Welcome to Ace My Exams Learning. Let us get started with today's learning.
Characteristics of natural resources. Natural resources have the following characteristics. 1. Gifts of nature. Natural resources are provided by the natural environment and cannot be created by humans. Examples include minerals, forests, water, and fertile land. They exist independently of human effort, although humans must work to extract, harvest, or cultivate them for use. For instance, gold exists naturally underground, but miners must extract it before it can be used. 2. Supply is limited. The quantity of natural resources is finite and largely determined by nature. It is often impossible to increase the supply of many natural resources. This scarcity makes them valuable because the demand often exceeds the available supply. For example, fossil fuels like coal and oil are limited because they take millions of years to form. While some resources like forests can be replenished, this process takes a long time, as trees require years to grow to maturity. 3. Uneven distribution. Natural resources are not evenly spread across the globe. Some countries are rich in specific resources, while others have limited natural wealth. For example, South Africa is rich in minerals like gold, platinum, and diamonds, making it a significant mining hub. However, it lacks large reserves of oil, which are abundant in countries like Saudi Arabia. Additionally, the quality of natural resources can vary from one region to another, influencing economic activities and trade patterns. 4. Natural resources need to be processed. Most natural resources cannot be used in their raw form. They require processing, which involves the application of labor and capital to convert them into finished goods. For example, crude oil extracted from the ground must be refined into products like petrol, diesel, and plastics. This transformation process is more efficient in countries with skilled labor and advanced technology, allowing them to add greater value to raw materials. Economic goods versus free goods. In economics, resources are categorized into two main types: economic goods and free goods. Understanding the distinction between these two categories helps clarify how resources are allocated, how markets function, and how individuals and businesses value different types of goods. The following comparisons explore these differences in greater detail. 1. Availability. Free goods are abundantly available in nature and require no effort to obtain. For example, sunlight, sea sand, and air are accessible to everyone without any limits or costs. In contrast, economic goods are scarce and often insufficient to meet human needs. Resources such as coal, petrol, and electricity are limited in supply and require significant effort, such as extraction and processing, to make them accessible for consumption. 2. Pricing. Free goods do not have a market price because they are abundant and available for use without any cost. For instance, rainwater and sunlight are freely accessible, and individuals do not need to pay to use them. Economic goods, however, are scarce and have a price because their availability is limited. Goods like natural gas, petrol, and electricity require considerable investment in extraction, production, and infrastructure, which is reflected in their pricing. 3. Value. Free goods have value in use, as they fulfill human needs, but they lack exchange value because they cannot be sold or traded. Air and sunlight, for example, are essential for survival, but are not commodities in the market. Economic goods, on the other hand, possess both value in use and exchange value, as they can be consumed and also traded. Goods like diamonds or rare minerals are valuable both for their practical uses and because they can be bought, sold, or invested in. 4. Ownership. Free goods are not owned by any individual or business because they are naturally abundant and accessible to everyone. Sunlight and clean air, for example, cannot be controlled or possessed. In contrast, economic goods can be owned, traded, and controlled by individuals, businesses, or governments. Resources such as private land, oil reserves, and minerals can be bought, sold, or leased, and their ownership is often a sign of wealth or economic power. 5. Wealth indicator. The possession or use of free goods does not signify wealth since they are available to all, regardless of financial status. Taking a walk in a park or enjoying fresh air is free and accessible to everyone. In contrast, owning economic goods, such as land, oil fields, or gold mines, often indicates wealth and prosperity. These goods are valuable because they are scarce and require financial resources to acquire and maintain, thus making them a common indicator of economic power.
Thank you for watching this video. Remember to subscribe and be the first to know when we upload new videos.